Maido! Hi there, Japan fans! In today's show, we're going to talk about a brainstorming technique for preparing our presentations. Present o master shimashou. This is the Presentations Japan series podcast. We are beaming around the world to you from it's quite cool actually. Been quite cool the last couple of days here in fall in Minato-ku in Tokyo. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, and I am committed to your success. I'm the president of Dale, Carnegie Training Japan, the best-selling author, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. This is the 4th anniversary episode of today's show. 52 weeks a year, 4 years in a row, never miss a beat, never miss an episode, talking about presentations, speeches, giving talks, and we are trying to add value to all of our listeners around the world, because in this podcast I want to help you become a better speaker who is clear, confident, persuasive, and highly influential with those around you. And don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike some other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesday, the Presentation Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Touches In no Oshie show. Wednesday, the Sales Japan series. Thursday, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 208. And today we're talking about outlining your presentation using the idea balloon brainstorming technique. A request came to me recently asking me to speak to an audience. So my first question was, what would you like me to speak about? The answer was fairly broad. Actually, that is good and bad. Good because there is plenty of scope to tackle various subjects, but bad because it's rather vague and obtuse where to start. I absolutely won't be searching for previous slide decks on related subjects or thinking about the slides I could create on the subject. In this regard, I am in the minority of presenters. This is the minority you want to be in, because that slide-first crowd is categorically not the group you want any part of. When we are tasked to give a talk, how do we work out what to speak about? A technique I always use when brainstorming about anything is the idea balloon brainstorming method. I will have a problem I need to solve. I need a system that generates the best possible ideas I can come up with and at hyper speed. Maybe someone else has better ideas, but they usually aren't around when I need them, so I have to work it out by myself. The first step is to use paper and pen. This is old school, I know, but there is something about the creative process for me that works best on paper. I'm also a visually oriented learner, so being able to see the ideas on paper works well for me too. This is me, and you may be different. My point is to know what does work for you in the first place and try and master that system rather than just fumbling around in the dark. I write the keyword or phrase in the middle of the sheet and draw a circle around it, an idea balloon type of look. Then I think about what are the related elements to this subject. This is at a high level in this first instance. Say I was going to give a talk on presenting. The centre of the balloon would be the word presenting. Each element related to this topic would be written, and then a circle drawn around it, creating idea balloons with connecting lines drawn back to the centre balloon. Elements might include topic selection, preparation, delivery, audience analysis, common mistakes. Each of these elements would then be transferred to individual separate sheets of paper, and each word goes in the centre of its page and the process repeated. The order is important. For example, I need to understand who I am talking to before I plan anything. So, I start with audience analysis, then drill down to the elements related to that, which might include new sub-balloons such as gender split, expertise level, age demographic, industry, language fluency, etc. These would be points I would ask the organisers about before I even started the speech preparation. I need to know at what level to pitch my talk. Are they experts or amateurs or a mixture? This selection would normally be enough information, and I wouldn't need to drill down any further. Find out more when we come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs. We do these in Japanese, we do them in English, we do them in our super safe classroom, and we do them live online. Today's show is sponsored by, on October the 30th, our advanced leadership training where we're looking at performance evaluations. On the 5th of November, we will start our 5-week series of virtual selling mastery. On the 6th of November, we will do another advanced leadership training, and this one focusing on coaching. Don't forget to check out our website at enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. To do better in Japan, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 1,000 there for you at Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We are releasing 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, every Monday. We have on Fridays the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders all the way from SMEs to the corporate captains of industry on the topic of leading in Japan. Every second Thursday we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, get my book, The Bible on Selling in Japan, Japan Sales Mastery, and also Japan Business Mastery. Both are available on Amazon. Welcome back. For other elements, I would want to go deeper though. For example, topic selection would be the next logical step. I would place that in the center of a new page and then start adding the sub-elements. This would include topics such as topicality, data availability, my angle, my expertise, audience value factor, audience interest. Taking each sub-element, I can go deeper again. On a fresh sheet of paper, I could put topicality in the middle and start building up ideas, circling them into balloons on the page. For example, COVID-19 health concerns, business disruption, working from home, isolation, staff retention issues, mental health, suicide increases, leadership issues, productivity, cash flow, etc. As you see, the list can grow very quickly for some sub-elements. The beauty of this system is the combination of breadth of the topic possibilities and depth achieved with each topic, all, again, being done at a rapid clip. In 10 minutes, you have multiple sheets of paper with a lot of ideas created from which to start making some selections. The next stage is tougher, however, as you have to start making decisions on what you will select from the numerous possibilities. The talk has a time limit, so there has to be a sieving of the gold nuggets that will have the greatest impact on the audience and provide the highest value. Remember, these are our personal and professional reputations we are putting on the line every time we present. Once the topic is decided, I need to write a single sentence or phrase which encapsulates what I believe about this topic. This is the punchline and should be completed in as few words as possible. I am forced to be clear. This is usually quite difficult, but the effort put in will help to make the conclusion we craft well worth it. The next step is gathering evidence to support the conclusion. There will be subchapters inside the talk to arrange the evidence into a flow that is easy for the audience to navigate. We need to remember that every 5 minutes we must switch up the presentation content to keep our audience in our grip. The last thing we design is the start of the presentation. This is where we build that all-important first impression with the audience. In this age of distraction and era of cynicism, this opening has some heavy lifting to do. We have to establish our credibility to deal with the skeptics and smash through all the clutter clogging up the brains of our assembled audience. It has to be powerful, or the masses will be scrambling for their phones to escape from us. Outlining our presentation is where we start. The assembly of the slides we will use comes last. It is important to get the order right. Do so, and you will always come across as a polished professional when you speak. Did you get value from today's show? If you did, then share the love around with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast on iTunes. Until the next episode, go out there and apply the learnings from today and become a presentations legend amongst your circle. Thank you for listening, and please tune in next week. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy, committed to your success here in Nippon.